Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm at work at the conservatory. I'm in between students and I wanted to make a quick video on some finger exercises. This is in response to a question I saw online. I was trying to explain this in text and it's just much easier to show in person. And my internet at home has been really bad for like the past week. So I figured while I'm here I can use the Wi-Fi here and record it here and get it out without having to wait for whatever this internet issue is to resolve. So this exercise is going to, oh, and also I'm going to get back to regular videos. I was taking time off at the end of the summer, so I know it's been a while. So I apologize if you were wondering what was going on with that. So this exercise is something that you've seen at least some version of, I'm guessing. This is something that most teachers end up showing students in some form or another. What I'm going to show you is the version I like the most. I don't know if I just kind of put this together at some point over the years or if somebody showed it to me. This is, the original question was, it was a video with Trey Anastasio showing very quickly and abbreviated a version of a finger exercise that he did. And this is what I kind of got implied from what he was saying. I don't know if this is exactly what he was doing, but it's something similar. So we see a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 3, 2, 1 exercises on guitar. Very often we see open 1, 2, 3, 4, or just 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get up to the top, very often we just go backwards. You know, finger exercises like that. So the difference with this is that it's catered to getting your hand position comfortable on any part of the guitar and developing endurance. So we're still going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going to do 4, 3, 2, 1, but they're not going to be in the same exercise. They're going to be separated into their own exercises. And then also any other combination of fingers that you can think of using 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here's the way this is going to look. I'll do it slowly so that it's clear what's going on. I'm not going to be using any open strings. We're in first position, so the first finger is on the first fret, and I'm going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4 on every string. I get to the top, and I move up to second position and go back with the same fingering. Now I'm going to move up again to third position, up to fourth position, fifth position. So as we go back across towards the low E string again, we're not going to switch to 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep the same fingering the entire time. 4, 3, 2, 1 would be a separate exercise. Up a position, up a position, and so on all the way up the neck. If you are an acoustic player and you don't often play past the 7th fret or 9th fret or something, then do the exercise up to there. If you are an electric player and you play high up on the neck, make yourself go all the way up to, you know, in 12th position, 15th position. On an arch top, it's not particularly comfortable, and often we're not going to be using the fourth finger on the low E string up in these positions, but we can do it, and to be able to have that option is good, even if you're a player who's going to be using like 1, 2, and 3 mostly up here. Try to do these exercises with finger 4 up in the high areas because it's going to help you in the low areas as well. So after with students, what I usually do is I'll give them one fingering for 1 week, and if it feels like it's done and easy, then you speed it up. Next week you move to another fingering. Occasionally you'll get a weird fingering. Everyone has different ones, so I can't tell you which one would be hard, but let's say like 2, 3, 1, 4 was a challenge. They might start with and get it by the end of the week to a really slow speed, and then the next week work it up to like 120 on the metronome or something. So any combination of fingers that you can think of. There's only so many, you'll run out eventually. The other thing you can do with this is related more to the right hand, if you're picking or doing fingerstyle, and it's introducing slurs with hammer-ons and pull-offs. So you can do any version you can think of. So just using 1, 2, 3, 4 as an example again, let's say we do 2 notes with hammer-ons. So pick, 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 pick. Backwards. Pick, 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 pick. and just do all the same exercise that we just talked about, but with slurs. And I like that because personally, I don't know if I've talked about this. I've taught myself mostly on guitar. I'm trained on upright bass, and I've kind of used what I know from bass to teach myself on guitar. And because of that, I play jazz, obviously, but I've done a lot of work on the bow with classical music, and the bow has a down and an up bow, and I've translated that to guitar. So in the past, I've done a lot of just alternate picking and picked everything. So recently, I've really been trying to work on my slurring, and this exercise is a good one to do that with. Now, this brings me to some points about advantages and disadvantages of this exercise. Let's start with the advantages. So obviously, the goal of this is to get you to be able to play in position, meaning one finger per fret on any portion of the neck. That's a big strength because obviously you're restricting yourself to position. You're playing in time to move to the next position as you go and not stopping at any point. Any combination of 1, 2, 3, and 4 means theoretically that you could play any set of notes that you see because all we're using on guitar is 1, 2, 3, and 4. For single note playing, unless you're not using your thumb, which is, let's just standard playing, we're just using 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, disadvantages, and this is why I'll do this if my hands are cold. I don't put a ton of time into this exercise anymore, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing it, but I just wanted to be kind of transparent and explain this, that I feel like a weakness of it is that we're not going to be using these phrases in actual music. You're not going to be sitting and playing a solo, doing slurs or whatever. That wasn't a particularly good example, but you get the idea that we're not really going to be doing that in real life. So we're getting muscle memory that's not going to serve us while we're playing music. I generally put my time with technical stuff into diatonic things. The scale shape video, I think I called it like the caged system and the 5 shapes. This would be like the C shape with slurs. Doing permutations of that, or all of that is still patterns, and I might not just bust that out in a solo and start playing patterns for 10 minutes, but it's training my fingers to be used to patterns that I'm actually going to use in music. So I think that's a big disadvantage of the exercise. And I would say the main disadvantage is if it would replace your normal diatonic playing, working on your pentatonics, working on your diatonic scales and modes, your various minor scales, melodic minor and harmonic minor, and so on. So just think about it as you're playing, what kind of playing you want to do. And I would say start by doing some of these ascending patterns, which is what I call these. And if you find that you're really struggling with some, if you're like, okay, I'm going to do 2, 4, 1, 3, and it starts getting really like a struggle, then yeah, you should probably do it until you can at least play it at a fairly slow speed. All the way up the neck, because it does expose weaknesses in your left hand by doing these, and I think that's another strength which I should have mentioned. So I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, I'm going to get back to videos now that summer's over. I should have said this up front. If you've gotten this far, thank you all so much for subscribing. I saw that I got over 500 subscribers, which just like blows my mind. I know on YouTube that's like nothing, but to me that it means a lot that you guys are able to learn from what I'm putting out there. And I think, if you have knowledge with something, it's kind of almost an obligation to share it. And with guitar in particular, it's important to me to do that. So thank you for being here and watching. Related to that, as I'm getting back into posting more regularly again, if you have any ideas for videos, like things that you would like me to address in jazz, this is still going to be jazz guitar focused, but I'm going to get into some more technical stuff too. Like we've had some videos like this one in the caged shapes and all of that apply to any style of music. So if you have any suggestions or some things you'd like to see, just let me know and I'll get to those. I know there's some comments that I've missed on like previous videos, so I'm going to go back through when I get home either tonight or over the weekend and go through those and answer you guys as well. So hopefully this will upload on the Wi-Fi here at work. And if it does, then you'll be watching this if you got this far. If you have any questions about this exercise as well, let me know. I think it's pretty straightforward once you see it. And I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.